Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, and hello everybody. It is I, Mushba, back with another video. This is going to be a study with me where I'm going to explain what my summary sheets are through this voiceover, and then I'm just going to let you study with me. In this video, as you can see, I'm actually beginning a summary sheet for one of my courses, which is Catastrophe and Culture. I will be using dollar stationery pointers, which are just 0.3 felt tip pens. They're really affordable and really easily available in Pakistan, and I love them. I talked about them in my What's in My Pencil Case video as well. So, okay, let's talk about summary sheets. So summary sheets are an idea that I got during the winter break when I was watching all these study videos. I think it was the Haley Cairo video. She had this recommendation that you should paste a piece of paper at the end of your notebook, which you can just use for math and write down all your formulas. So if you ever just need your formulas, you just go to the end, pull out that paper, and you have your formulas in one place. And I thought that was a great idea that could be applied to other subjects as well. And since last semester was really bad for me in terms of the fact that I didn't really read or do much, I just took class notes and survived, I thought it was a great way to ensure that this semester was better and I actively learned whatever courses I was taking. So what you do essentially is that you get a big piece of paper. I recommend a big piece because then you have a lot of space to like openly write, make diagrams if you want, or mind map, or however you want to make it. But you just have a nice big space. So I'm using an A3 sheet of paper. And you just revise your notes, revise your reading. I suggest you do that first. Go over your notes and reading first, and then go and do your summary sheet. Here in this video, I am doing both together because I already had an idea of what my key concepts were for this class. That's why I decided to make this summary sheet now, because I had been thinking and revising for a while. But yeah, that's it. So the benefit of a summary sheet is that it forces you to go through your notes after every few weeks, because I update my summary sheet after, depending on the course. For one course I update it every week. For some courses it's every 2 or 3 weeks. So it makes sure that you are revising your notes every few weeks throughout a semester, rather than just at the end of a semester or before a big test. Another benefit of a summary sheet is that you have a visual representation of what you've done in a course so far. Now this is helpful for multiple reasons. For one thing, it's a visual representation and it's a summary. So if you just want to revise, it's a nice way to revise. Another reason I found this helpful was because I actually, for some of my subjects, I've written my summary sheets in the chronological order. So like if we learned topic A, topic B, and topic C, then I wrote the summary according to the topics that we learned. This kind of acted like an index. So if I wanted to know, like in math for example, I wanted to know when did we learn about quadratic equations, I just looked at my summary sheet and I looked at when we did that. I looked at where was my quadratic equations. It was right before matrices and after these linear equations, and that's how it just made it easier for me to navigate through my notes and find what I was looking for, because it acts like an index. Summary sheets essentially are just this great way for you to express your creativity and learn about a course, and just act as something that you can refer to throughout the semester in your spare time, and even after your semester. If you want to know what you did last semester for a particular course and you have a summary sheet for it, you can just go through it. So that makes them really great, and I would recommend them to anyone who's trying to ensure that they actively learn throughout a course. Now, how you can go about writing your summary sheets, how I'm doing it, as you can see, is I'm just, I wrote this cute cursive title. I'm using different fonts and different colors. You could mind map if you want. You can insert graphs. That's what I did for my math summary sheet. And you can write down formulas or highlight key terms. It's just a nice way to assemble all your information. Now, how I recommend you go about this, the technical stuff, is that after you've written about each topic or whatever you learned, first of all, you should decide how you're going to write it. So do you want to write it in chronological order, or do you want to write it topic-wise? Because, for example, in creative writing, we learned about settings, then we moved on to characters, but then we learned about settings again. So what I did in my summary sheet was I left some space. So when you're writing your summary sheet, leave some space so that if you learn additional things about a topic later on, you can add that into your summary sheet. I usually use arrows or, squiggly lines to connect one point to another. I find those really helpful, especially when I make them kind of like circular, like a squiggly line going and it has a little circle. It just really helps my eye to follow the information and help follow the flow of the information more easily. And that's pretty much it. You just write down your information on this big sheet of paper. Write it in like a decent way. Don't make it too messy. I just write it in columns. You can go in rows or you can go in columns. It really depends on you. I just find columns easier, so I will start at the top, work my way to the bottom, go back to the top. And you can use both sides. You don't have to fit it into one sheet. It really depends on what you need, how much information you need, or how much information you think you need. And that's pretty much it. That's a summary sheet. If you have a notebook, you can always keep this pasted at the end, or you keep it in a plastic folder. I'm sure as a student you have a plastic folder for your handouts. You should. You can keep it in that. So it's just a nice way, if you have some spare time, you can revise your summary sheet, or if you're doing a test, then you have your summary sheet right there to revise all of your subjects. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, okay, now let's study. Come study with me. And that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video and giving me your time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe, but only if you want. If you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. If you want to connect with me on social media, all my social media is linked down below in the description box along with other details. Let me know what you think in the comments. And again, thank you for watching. Khuda Hafiz.